Hey folks, how you doing? Chief Glenn here for another episode of Tailboard Talks. It is actually August 10th, 2025, the day before school. So we're looking forward to all the young ones getting out there and starting their school year. And we hope that and pray that all your young ones have a great, successful year. That being stated, before we start talking about school, I do want to just say at this one point, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for helping us get through last week. It was definitely a challenging week, and we appreciate your demonstration of family and every example of what that actually is and what it means. So thank you guys so much. I don't want to overlook that, and I want to make sure that we actually recognize that. But that being said, we know on tomorrow, with being the first day of school, we'll have our engines and operations and everyone out there and about trying to do a couple things. One of those things could be that of a gentleman's welcome, which we know is not just for gentlemen, it's for every and anybody within the community to come out and welcome our kids back to school. We'll be actually at 3 targeted schools. 2 are happening simultaneously. That is Colonial Elementary and James Stevens. We'll be at both of those schools, and then we'll also then transition over to Fort Myers Middle School for that particular welcome. And all we do is basically just show positive energy along with all these other different leaders throughout our whole community. High fives, words of encouragement to these young people that are actually starting their school year. So we look forward to that, and those that actually can join us, those times are actually in the calendar. We also know that on tomorrow we should have our practical for our engineers test orientation. We did take our written test on Friday. Thank you guys for your patience and your ability to actually be flexible with that particular testing. So we want to try to make it to the orientation. As far as I understand, there's going to be some good information actually divulged to you all during that orientation time. So please be present this week and get a good grasp of what will be expected of you and what those objectives and goals are in that particular testing on the practical side of that. So thank you. On tomorrow, we also have a workshop. This workshop has a number of different subjects, as they always do, but the main one that we want to key in on is that could be that of the budget. And so hopefully this will be a great introduction or preview of what might be in the budget for each of us as departments. So we're hopeful for that. We're hopeful to be able to secure a couple of different things to be able to move our department forward, that of fire and that of emergency management. So we're super excited about that. We also had, as you guys know, we talked about this last week, we were able to actually do interviews for fire inspector with an emphasis on plan review. And believe it or not, we were able to find 2 plan reviewers. I know it's crazy, right? Something that we had just talked about, that you can't even find plan reviewers nationwide. And here we are, we had found 2 of them. And so we're hopefully working through the process to be able to secure those 2 positions to be able to have plan review in our city. And that is actually going to be something that's going to help us to culminate as we get to October. And of course, October will be the official launch date of fire prevention, changes its name to the more modern terminology of that of community risk reduction. I'll say again, community risk reduction. So throughout the whole nation, even when we did accreditation, one of the things that a lot of fire prevention divisions, bureaus, whatever it may have you, are actually changing their names to community risk reduction. So it encompasses a whole lot more than that, and we'll actually be following suit with that as well. And so just know that fire prevention is a task within community risk reduction. So we look forward to hiring those 2 people, and we look forward to that change in name for our division. The other thing is that Engine 14 has been loaded up and is all the way taken up to Bradenton to start its refurb on that particular apparatus. And of course, as you guys know, that we have actually encroached into a new process, possibly, of actually taking some of our older engines and actually sending them up the road to do a full refurb. So down to the motor, down to brand new paint, down to brand new interior, stem to stern. This is going to be a pretty robust refurbing of our truck, and we want to see how this actual process works. And we're hoping that this will be able to allow us to have a pretty much close to new reserve without having to wait the amount of time, as well as it's a lot more fiscally responsible to do it this way. So we're looking forward to it. We'll see what happens with it. We're thinking this process may be somewhere around 6 to 8 months, give or take a little bit. Let's just say 8 months. This way it gives us a little bit of time, right? So with that also being stated, we know our fleet is still a little fragile. We had gotten out of that little thin spot, but we're back to that kind of fragile time where we don't have really enough reserves for our liking. So guys, with that being said, please be really mindful when checking out your trucks. Be very mindful of the status of your trucks, and please make sure you do the work orders as need be so we can get our trucks back in. With that also being said, we know we have a EM drill going to be happening on August 29th at the station, as well as we are monitoring Invest 97. That might actually develop into some type of more formalized depression that may actually be named Aaron or something of that nature. So could actually become a hurricane, first hurricane of the season. We will see, and it's too early to tell at this moment, at this taping, to tell what that actually is going to do. So nonetheless, it's all good. That being said, guys, we just want to take the time just to say thank you for all that you guys do. Continue to be hungry, continue to keep your hustle, and continue to be humble as you do that, as you guys, preserve life, protect property, and prevent harm, and most of all, promote excellence. And guys, I care about you, I care about our community, as well as I care about our city. Have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye now.